Coming at you live from New York. Live from Chicago, like SNL. My knee, I forgot. But, hello, good morning, welcome everyone to Connected Community Health Support's free virtual online exercise programming. My name is Adam Fox. I'm one of the instructors here at Connected Community Health Support. Me, along with Seth Spicer and Jacob Carroll, are your crew for your daily workouts, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, or evening. Seth Spicer does the Mondays at 7:30 in the morning, bright and early, just like today. And then all of his are restreamed throughout the day. And then I almost said yourself. Cat's got my tongue this morning. And Jacob Carroll does the noon on Tuesday, and his are restreamed for the rest of the day. I do the 5:30 on Thursday. Like yesterday, Thursday. And then even though yesterday I did it at 3 because I had a little scheduling conflict, and then today we alternate at the 7:30 in the morning slot. So like I said, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today we are on day number 64. Oh my goodness. It seems like we've been doing this forever, and we have. This is the 20th week. We are almost halfway through our program. Remember, this is a 52-week program, and it is progressive. So you can start from the beginning. We'll have everything recorded and saved on Facebook and YouTube from day one all the way up to now. So we can go ahead, if you would like, go back and join on from the beginning, or you can join on here and just do a little modified version of what we are doing. Who we got in the chat today? Hey, what's up, Ford? Long time no see. Well, kind of long time no see. What? How does... Come on, I hate the damn Nightbot so much. Come on, just let my people just speak freely. Come on, Nightbot. Try to no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna say discriminating against my English folk over there. Come on now, Nightbot. But thank you for joining me, Ford. I'm glad to have you here, man. And just to get done with my spiel here, guys, as always, we're doing this for you. We do this because we love you. And we do really want to make health and fitness more accessible. We want to eliminate all the barriers to exercise, whether that's being in a gym. And I know I was streaming from a gym yesterday, so it's kind of counterintuitive to what our point is. But you see what I'm saying here is like the difference of not having a gym or not having money to go to the gym, or not liking the stigmas behind usual corporate gyms, not like the one I was in yesterday. That's a beautiful little environment that Adam has created there. But like the corporate gyms, the stigmas and like stereotypes of people needing to be in shape already to go to the gym, which doesn't make any sense because you need to first, you need to go to the gym and or exercise to be in shape. So there's a kind of a backward stigma there at gyms that we don't really like. And I know other people don't like too. So that's why we do this. We want to be your movement outlet for movement, whether you're a beginner or someone who's a little more of an expert in movement. You can come get a good active recovery, and or if you are a beginner, just come and get some good quality movement in on whatever day you may be joining us. Today just happens to be Friday. So like I said, guys, we're doing this for you, and we love doing this for our community. So I'm glad that you guys are here today to watch me work out and sweat a lot, and hopefully you join me and sweat a lot as well. So remember, if you guys have any questions, please look us up on our Instagram or any of our socials at Connected CHS. You can always ask us a question. If you're watching this on Restream, please go ahead and look at or go on our social media if you have questions and ask us, because I know we can't see the questions come in when we're on Restream. So please go ahead and do that. We would love to hear all the conversations or all the questions and have a conversation with you about those questions, because like we did on Sunday, that's what we love to do. We love to do the face-to-face. We love for you guys to ask questions for us to answer. So remember, always ask us questions. And remember, always go talk to your physician first before you start an exercise program. I know it's something I say every time, but it's something not to be overlooked. If you have any blood conditions, heart issues, anything like that, knee, joint issues, anything like that, please go talk to your doctor first. I want to make sure that you guys are healthy before we come make you healthier and happier. So without anything else, today 65-25 is the work to rest ratio. So today is a doozy. And yesterday I did it in the humid and I was drenched with sweat. So I know I got a really good workout yesterday, and I know you guys did as well. So we're going to get another great workout in here today. And like Forth said, let's get going. So 8 exercises, 45-minute circuit. Where's my timer? There it is. 8-minute circuit, 8-minute circuit. 45-minute circuit, 1 through 8 of all exercises, and then repeat 3 times. We got some nice, interesting, newer exercises in the mix today. Some of the old ones you'll see are kind of like the generic. They've been here forever, but we also do have a couple that are brand new to today's workout. Also, before I get started on the warm-up, don't forget to stick around for the tidbit today. This week's pillar is nutrition. So yesterday I talked about interoception. Interoception, the feeling of oneself in the vagus nerve and how everything kind of interconnects and how that plays into role with your emotions. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about fasting, a little more about nutrition, but today more specifically about fasting. So don't forget to stick around for that. That's going to be a really good one at the end. So we're going to get started though. First thing, let's warm them ankles up. Remember, if you need to grab onto the wall, go ahead. The wall is always your friend. We're just going to do some ankle circles. Starting real light. We're going to start from the ankles, work our way up to the head, get everything moving nice and proper, as Conor McGregor may say, nice and proper. I know we're going to go the opposite way with that ankle, whichever way you were not just going. Just keep rotating. Fourth, if you have any questions for me, my G, throw them in the chat, man. I'm more than willing. You know I love talking. So, all right, switching legs now. Also, I hope that the stuff we did on Sunday helped with any form issues or form-related questions you had. Fourth, and Happy Face. I know Happy Face said that she was away this week. So, hope she's having a fun time wherever she went on vacation. But for you, Fourth, if you have any more questions, let me know, brother man. So I do love to answer any questions I can. All right, now we're going to be going to the right leg, just getting some knee flexion in and some single leg balance. Try to bring that heel to your butt, at least as close as you can to getting it to your butt. You don't got to think about the muscle working. You just got to think about getting your heel to your glute. And as you see, the special guest, Pip, is here today. My beautiful little kitty. So everyone give Pip a welcome. Now we're going to switch sides, go to the other leg, do the same thing. And fourth, and for anyone else watching, I had a run-in with a support beam at the gym that I was training at, and my knee is a little not messed up like structurally. It's just a little swollen still because I smashed it off a support beam. So I do apologize if I'm not able to do some of the moves the way I should. So just bear with me there a little bit. So now we're moving on here to the open hips. So bring the hips around. Whoop. Don't fall. Don't do that. It's definitely not what you should do. Bring the hips around, the hip, I should say. And all you're trying to do here is bring it up and back down. Up and back down. You guys determine how much range of motion you want to use. Suggest just as much as you possibly can to get yourself warmed up. You don't want to compensate your range of motion as well. Now we're going to switch sides. The knees, honestly, I never really did these prior to doing this program, but I do like using these as a warm-up now. Usually I do it in a more dynamic, like skipping fashion, but it's still really good to help warm up that hip capsule. I blow through these. You guys do not need to do this fast. I kind of am used to doing these now, so I go through them a little bit faster than I probably should. All right, now on the T-spine, so hands out in front, like so. Bring your hand back. Keep your eye on your hand. Whichever hand is going back behind you. Whoo, I am tight. At least I feel tight. So keep looking at that hand going behind you. You can even open up the hand a little bit. Might get a little more of a stretch. You feel it a little more in your chest. Open up that hand. Just like so. Perfect. Now, you're going to do some good old-fashioned arm circles. You can do them nice and slow. These are not in the program today. So you can do them at whatever pace you would like to. You can do them alternating if you'd like I'm about to do. Oh, keep forgetting I am not vertically challenged. And the ceiling is right there. This is popcorn ceiling, and it's a little lower in the kitchen. There's the amount of times I've taken a sweatshirt off and smashed my hands into it. Too many times, man. Too many scars on my knuckles from not even trying to hit things, but accidentally hitting things. All right, now we're going to warm up the neck for this last couple seconds here. So first, it seems a little weird. I want you guys to kind of go in like a big figure 8 motion with your neck. Try to get some new patterns. Now, as you see, I'm not cranking my neck back and forth, but your body likes new patterns. Your body likes a variety of patterns. So it's just trying to throw some different patterns at the neck to warm it up. Get it all nice and warmed up. Unless it's making you dizzy, then stop doing it. That's definitely what I would recommend. All right, now, yeah. See, don't do that if you get dizzy easily. If you have vertigo, looking left to right, my microwave and the black spot on my wall, which again I don't know how that got there. If my girlfriend asked, definitely was not me. Keep on looking back and forth. The whole reason that we do this is because we want the brain to focus on the process, not the outcome, not the process of the movement. So now we're gonna look down and back up and down and back up and down. All right, I'm gonna get started on the first exercise. The bent over, reach to the ground. Oh, that's not a pillow. Like usual, starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So the good old fashioned hands on the hips, push to the knees, pick up the pillow. So there's that. That's always one of the variations we're going to give you. This is probably the one that I'm going to be doing for the majority of today because of the knee, like I said, those support beams are not very forgiving when you run into them full speed. So if everyone's debating doing that, I definitely highly recommend it. I highly recommend against it. It does not feel very good, if I'm being honest. And then another variation we can do is foot in the wall. Excuse me. Single leg reach down like this. And just pushing the butt back like so. Using that back leg as like a kickstand almost. Same thing on the other side. Just keep on kicking it back, kicking it back, kicking it back. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. And we can also, for that, do the bridge on the floor. I did not show that just because I don't want to get up and down off the ground. I should have showed you, but I'll show it the next time for the floor variation of that. Now we're doing toe touch flies. These are exactly what they sound like. Touching the toes, bringing the arm up. Following me on 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we're going to bend over like this. Touch the toe. Touch the toe. Just like this. You're touching that big toe and coming back. And ideally, you want to try to just follow that hand with your eye, just like you do when you're doing the T-spine rotations. I know it might get hard at some points, so doing it the entire time may be a little bit unrealistic, but just trying to stay true to at least orienting your vision around your hands like I am. Keep on going here, guys. In another 30 seconds. If you get fatigued at any point in time in the lower back, you can just go like this. Then take that lower back out of the equation a little bit. Switch over to the other side. Or you can just do them like this. Whatever your need and or level of movement is at, we will always match it. Stopping here just a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Be 100% honest, I'm still not whooped from last night, but my body, I'm a little tired from training last night and doing this program as well. My body, I did not get as much sleep as I would have liked. I know I always preach about sleep, but now we're doing the pull the press starting right now. So take that sheath from inside that pocket, pull it, and press. I know we were always, we try to be the vector for change or the avenue for all of these sleep tips and health tips and whatnot. And we all of us, I know, don't always abide by the sleep rules of 7 hours, but I think I only got 5.5 last night, and I hate to say it, but I did go to bed a little too late last night. But that's okay. The whole point of me showing this is that, yes, we are the people that give all these advice and these tips. Pip, don't you dare knock that over. Pip, stop it. Hey. I'm about to knock over all clean clothes. You can't see it. But we always are these people that are giving tips and suggestions on health and wellness. And even we cannot follow all of the tips all the time. So the whole point of saying this, I stop it in 3, 2, 1, and stop. The whole point of saying this is that nobody is perfect and we are going to make mistakes along the way, but it's how you rebound from those mistakes, how you react to those mistakes, and how you continue to try to improve yourself after you've made a mistake. So just keep that in mind. Not even us are perfect. No one is going to be perfect. So you're always going to have slip-ups along the way. All right, start with the knee to elbow variation in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So this is just a marching elbow variation. You can do them like this if you would like. Put the hands on the head and do it. Or this week's, instead of going up and back, we're now going diagonal to elbow, heel to elbow, diagonal, like that. It's just a little bit different. We're trying to make you dance experts a little bit, or at least, what was that? Dance Revolution, the game with all the arrows on it and whatnot. So just trying to make you a little dance experts. Now I'm going to try my left leg, see how this works, but yesterday was not having that much luck with it. Because the only hard part with the hitting the support beam like I did is that it's right on the tip of the kneecap. So any type of flexion or any type of forefoot and or hindfoot weight bearing is really messing me up right now. So I'm just going to keep on doing them the way I am. Remember, we're trying to go bring the knee, just slight squat like that, bring back to the knee, and done. There we go. Good job, guys. Next one, we got, not dropping your water bottle, yeah. Next one we're moving on to is the squats and lateral squats. Again, I'm not going to be demoing the lateral squats, just the regular squats. I'll show it once on my good leg, but other than that, I'm just going to be doing the regular squats starting right now. So lateral squat, just the same thing as squatting. You just want to sit in the chair. Just come down, sit, stand back up. That's all it has to be. Sit, stand back up. And then once you start to progress yourself a little bit more, you can come down and just touch your butt to the chair and then come back up. What'd you say in there, fourth? Good. Hey, at least you're taking the advice. Good, man. That makes me really happy to hear, though, because sleep really is like the foundation for everything else that we do. So I'm just going to keep doing regular squats now. But it really is the foundational level for everything else that we do in life. If you don't sleep well, you can't even think. You don't have the same level of cognition as you would if you have a full 7 hours of sleep. So you're already putting yourself off. You're already half. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. You're already starting with a peg leg pretty much as far as when it comes to motivational and cognitive thinking. So if you're not getting full 7 hours of sleep, you're less likely to even think about making a behavioral change because you're more focused on other things that your brain did not have the energy to allocate resources to because you're so damn tired. All right, now start with the push-ups. God, this is going to be difficult on my knees. All right, so we'll do these single knee. So the same concept as we talked about the other day, fourth, making sure those arms and shoulders are in line with the joint, stacking, and also making sure those fingers are spread out nice and far. So you're getting all the weight that you possibly can on every one of those fingers. Coming down for 1, 2, 3, and back up. 1, 2, 3, and back up. But seriously, man, that makes me really happy that those tips help. Another really good tip. I know this isn't like the sleep week, but I just wanted to talk about this as well. The best way to wake up. I've done some stuff on social media about this. I know usually I try to make it funny and like in a TikTok form, but for right now, the best tips for getting more natural. I'm stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. But the best way to get a more natural wake up, so to speak, as soon as you wake up, don't look at your phone. Go outside and start walking. Just do some type of walking. So it's called forward ambulation, and it's really good for your optical flow. Because I'll explain more in a second, but we're doing alternate shoulder extension starting in 2, 1, and begin. So bent over position, arm up, arm down. Pinkies to this guy, thumb to this guy. But basically, walking elicits an optical flow because of the lateral movement of your eyes and the constant changing of visual stimulus, which helps wake up your brain and create a sense of alertness in the morning. So doing that first right out of the gate, and also some other things that you can do while walking is trying to focus on nasal breathing, trying to focus on almost like meditating, calming your body down. Or kind of not calming it down, but allowing for a sense of alertness while not having a massive cortisol spikes, not having any anxiety feelings. It also helps relax the amygdala, which is your anxiety center in your brain. So stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. So basically, going for morning walks can make you less anxious and will make you in more of an alert state where you're less focused on those stressors from maybe the day before or the day of. It just allows you to think with a little bit more of a level head, so to speak. So make sure you guys are doing that. That's just another suggestion I have for you. Starting with the inchworm now in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So 2 different ways we can do this. First way is from this position, starting on your knees, going on your hands, walking yourself out as far as you can. And this is how you do a real inchworm. You walk your feet up like this, and then you walk your feet back. You hold it for a second, then you walk the hands back. Then you do it again. Even though we're only doing 1 or 2, maybe 4, I'd say, reps for the entire time, it's the quality of the movement that matters. So even though we're not doing many reps on this, it's making sure you're not letting your back arch. You're holding yourself up straight, trying to use your core, control your core, I should say, not use. But the other variation we can do is walking back from here and walking yourself up like so. We're stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. We made it through the first round. Steve Austin. But made it through the first round. Good job, everybody. Take the tiny victories, as I always say, because tiny victories lead up to the larger goals and achieving that goal. So now going back to reaching the floor, starting in 2, 1, and begin. So remember, we can do good old-fashioned hands on hips, push to knees, reach to the ground, come back up. We can do that if you want to, or we can do a single leg kickstand. 1, going down, coming back up on either leg, or we can do the one that I forgot about last time, which is the bridge. From your back, this is called the supine position. You're going to be pressing the hips up, making sure the core is controlled, so you're not arching that back at all. And then you're going to hold the top for just a second. Hold the top. Make sure there's a straight line from your shoulders to your knees when you're at the top, and just keep on pressing. You can make this a little harder by putting just your heels in the ground. Not sure if you can see my feet or not, or just putting your toes, the pads of your toes, the tips of your toes into the ground and pressing. Whichever one makes it just a little bit harder. Or you can just do a regular, whatever floats your guys' boat. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, mis amigos. Me and my partner Seth, Mr. Spicer, Senor Spicer, are going to be we are going to be learning Spanish together and eventually going to take a trip somewhere in Latin America once we are fluent in Spanish. Really looking forward to that, honestly. It's been a while since I've been somewhere in Spanish and been able to actually speak to the people. All right, now toe touch flies. So remember, bend over position like so. But I say that because I've been to Latin America a handful of times. Both times, I was not fluent in Spanish by any means. I'm not going to try to make you guys believe that because that's definitely not true. But I was able to hold conversations and get around, even though they knew I was a gringo, because obviously my Spanish is not amazing, and I said some things that I did not mean to in Spanish. Nothing bad, just not the right words at the wrong time. And but being able to go down and actually have fluent conversations is one of my dreams. But I've not been working towards it, but now Seth and I are both working towards it. So, fourth, you want to take a trip to Latin America? Let us know, my man. You got to learn how to speak Spanish. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Because we're planning on doing that hopefully by next year at some point. Being fluent in a year, I don't think that'll be that hard. We're going to do, starting next week, 1 hour every day, learning el español. But I'm just kind of riffing right now, ranting a little bit. So we're going to get back to the pull the press in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So from here, grabbing that sword, remember, pulling and pressing. Pulling and pressing. And I'm going to switch halfway through. Last time I switched and didn't say anything, so this time I'm going to make sure I say something. We're just going to be switching halfway through the workout. Or halfway through this set, I should say. I guess, yeah, this technically is a set, yeah. And now we switch. You guys got me scatterbrained a little bit this morning, so I apologize if there's anything a little stupid coming out of my mouth. That happens from time to time. I didn't do forward ambulation today. I didn't do my morning walk, which I honestly really would recommend doing that. At least try to keep yourself in a routine schedule of doing it. And also drinking like 16 to 32 ounces of water as soon as you wake up. Maybe even add a little apple cider vinegar into it. Help with some immune and gut health as well. This is the nutrition week. All right, and cut it. That's just it's a good thing for, like I just said, gut health. As far as like some microbiota, it helps out harvesting or cultivating a healthier gut microbiome. And we're usually severely dehydrated after sleep. All right, starting with the marching variations right now. So remember, if you want to just do regular marching, be my guest. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. We can do elbow to knee like this, or you can grab the head and do elbow to knee like that. Whatever you guys want to do, or you can do the one for this week, which is, almost messed that up, down, the knee, I keep forgetting, and back, so toe, and then heel. I've been doing my good, like, heel, and then toe, heel. I do really look like a disco dancer, don't I? Doing like disco moves and whatnot. But all we're trying to get you to do is bring the hip up to, or the knee up to the elbow, like so, and then touch your heel to the ground, and then toe, and then heel, and then toe. And I'm just having a little trouble. I do apologize. But I'm going to keep powering through for all you beautiful people out there. Fourth, I'm talking to you. Happy face, I'm talking to you. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Whew, excuse me. All right, now we are halfway through the workout, the entire workout, not just the set. So give yourself a little tiny pat in the back there. Make sure you know you made it through half, so you should feel good about doing that. Now we're going back to the squats. Remember, you can do the rotational if you would like, or just do the regular ones. I'm going to do the regular ones, starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember, sitting down in a chair is the same thing as squatting. I will say this until the day I die. The only difference is you're changing your center of mass when you sit down because you have something that's going to accept your center of mass change, i.e. a chair. But you don't have that when you're squatting. So aside from that one difference, Sitting down and standing up is the same exact thing. Back up, touch the butt, and come back up. Now remember, if you can't go down that far, that's A-OK, mis amigos. Just put a pillow there, touch the pillow with your butt, and come back up. Touch the pillow with your butt, and come back up, just like that. Touch, and come back up. Or if you want to all the way down, come back up, all the way down. Touch your butt, and come back up. Stopping here in 3, 2, and done. What you got for me, fourth? Good. That's what I like to hear, man. The hammies are loving it. I think that's not a sarcastic love. That's a, hey, my hammies are actually loving this. A lot of people have trouble feeling their hamstrings. Oh crap, push-ups. A lot of people have trouble even feeling their hamstrings in the squat, which, I mean, you shouldn't really focus on feeling your hamstrings, but hey, if you feel the hamstrings, that's not a bad thing, my friend. It means the body's working right. All right, I'm doing this one knee push-up now. Remember, hands, fingers spread out really far. 3 seconds down and push up. 3 seconds down and push up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We can do this from the wall. Remember, guys, you can do it from the wall or from a chair, or like an inclined surface. Remember, the one thing I want consistent, keeping those elbows in a little closer and making sure those fingers are spread out nice and wide so you can get all the weight under those fingers. As I know you guys stuck around and talking about on Saturday or Sunday. Geez, what day am I on? It just makes it so your body is dissipating weight a little more evenly. Last one here. 1, 2, 3. And we are done. You need to do some contrast therapy. If you guys ever give yourself a nice little bruise like this after about 72 hours doing cold ice and then heat back to back for about 7 rounds is really good for blood flow and circulation. It'll help bring out all that bad blood and bring it back, or bring back brand new clean blood. All right, starting with the alternate shoulder extensions here. So remember, from here, going down, bent over position like this. One arm up, one arm back, up and back. Oh, that's a lot of cat hair. We need to, no, who am I kidding? I need to vacuum this rug. Now you guys see me messing around a little bit with my knees. Was trying to disperse my own weight evenly between my messed up knee and my good knee. Let's keep on going here, guys. Bringing one hand up, other one down, just like this. We have about 20 more seconds. Remember, if you get tired with this, you can do the same thing. You can just do one arm like this, or switch. Do one arm on the other side, whichever way feels the best for you guys. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. No more clapping. I'm getting on point with my points. Getting on point with my points. It's early. I know, not for you, fourth. It's not early over there. What? It's got to be like noon almost, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are like 5 hours, 6 hours ahead of us? I can't remember. All right, go back to the inchworms. Remember, starting, if you need to, put your hands on your knees, bring yourself down, and then just walk yourself out as far as you can comfortably. Walk the feet up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, and hit my head on the couch. And then all the way back down. And then use the hands to bring yourself up. And then repeat. If you do what I do, you bring yourself too close to the couch, so you can't even bring your hands or your feet all the way back up. And back down. And then walk the hands back. One more here, guys. Got 15 seconds. Keep powering through. And bring the feet up. You got 5 more seconds. Walk yourself back. And then we are done with the second round. Whoa! Good job, guys. A little bit of Ric Flair, maybe a little bit too high. See Ric Flair. 110. Okay, so are you on if you don't mind me asking, are you on like lunch break, or are you you don't got to answer if you don't want to. I'm just curious because I'm trying to figure out how you're working out right now. But I'm not complaining. I'm just glad you're here, man, to be honest. So you don't got to tell me. I'm just curious. So I like to know more about you and Happy Face and everyone and anyone else in our community, especially you two. You've been here for God knows how long. But and also, what do you do as a profession, if you don't mind me asking? And if not, it's totally fine. So here, bending over, grabbing the pillow, back down, grabbing the pillow, coming back down, just like this, pushing that butt to the wall. Same thing, make sure your weight is dispersed evenly between your two limbs, because this can really mess up muscle coordination, and it does not feel the same as well. Also, if you guys have any injuries and imbalances, usually the feeling of weirdness and uncomfortability means it's good because you're just not used to it. So don't always run away from your pain or your imbalances if it doesn't feel right, so to speak. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Also, congratulations, we made it through the 2 rounds. I think I might have already said this, I can't remember, but pats on the back for yourselves. Good job, people. Made it through second round. We're on to the third round. Only got 7 more exercises, and then we are out of here. We'll be done before you know it if you're struggling today, but it's okay, because every day is going to be a little harder than the next, and that's what we're trying to do. Work you guys up so you can be at the best of your abilities and be the happiest and healthiest you can possibly be. All right, going to the toe touches now. Remember, bent over position like this. And just let the arms kind of do their thing. And yes, my knees are still slightly bent. I'm not in a straight leg position. I had someone ask me this the other day, so I just want to make sure you guys know I'm not in a straight leg position. My knees are bent, even though I don't know if it'd be possible for me to do this in a straight leg. Let's try. Nope, not possible to do that in a straight leg position. Remember, just keep touching the toes, looking at the hands, touching the toes, looking at the hands, like so. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. I want you guys to also tell me what you think about these new movements, like the toe touches, the knee to elbow, the pull to press. I know the pull to press I've used for the past couple of weeks, but it's more of a physical therapy movement where we kind of incorporated just because we think we get some, really good shoulder range of motion. So just let me know what you think. So moving on to the pull to press here in 2, 1, and begin. Oh, we started this right side. I don't know why. Probably because I'm right hand dominant. That would make a lot of sense. Pull and press and pull and press. And just keep on doing this, guys. We're almost through the workout today. I know I keep on saying that. I'm reminding myself and you, because some days it's much easier and you don't need as much motivation to get up and work out. Some days you do, some days you don't. So today, it's one of those days I need a little more motivation. And you guys are my motivation. Fourth, thank you for being here and chatting back and forth with me. This is the reason why I do this. And this is what makes me love doing this, is having this back and forth with you guys. So pull and press, pull and press. Just like this, stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Yo, Duncan. What's up? Oh, my cat's just sitting there staring at the wall for some reason. Sorry. I get distracted just like a cat, I guess, very, very easily. Grab a little bit more water before we get going here. All right, and the elbows to knees starting in 2, 1, and begin. So remember, we can do the good old-fashioned just like this, or hands on the head, or regular marches or marching knee to hand. Not hand to knee, I always say that on accident, but knee to hand, just like this. Also, sorry fourth, I didn't mean to offend you by asking about any like employment or anything like that. Hope I didn't, but didn't mean to. If I did, my apologies. Was just curious, you don't got to tell me. But also moving back here, this is the good side, so watch how I'm doing on this side. This is a slight bend in my knee and ankle when I'm coming down. Now other side is not as much of a bend because of my knee, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going here for another couple seconds as I begrudgingly power through this because I have to and because I love you guys. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Almost done. Cuatro, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, más. See, that's how good at Spanish I am. I had to think about that. I'm basically fluent, as the natives call me. The fluent fox over here. Oh my God. All right. Going to the squats in 3, 2, 1, and begin. I'm just going to come down, sit down in the chair, stand back up if you need to. Another cue I've been giving recently, which helps people that are trying to learn the squat pattern. Pretend like there's a lava hand in between your knees, and you can't let your knees touch that hand, right? You're going to burn your knees. So even just putting something in between your knees and telling yourself, all right, don't let your knees touch this. Does a lot more than telling you to activate your outside, your glute medius, or minimus, medius, your glute med. That's an external rotator of the hip and leg. So you can tell someone to do that, but I'm assuming people probably have a better idea of how not to touch their knees or something than how to activate a specific muscle, because that's just how the body works. It works around patterns, not around internal cues. Sorry, little tidbit. I know I always rant about it. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. I always rant about my little tidbits of not focusing internally. I know that may be annoying, but it is very beneficial and useful, especially in today's fitness environment where everyone just wants to squeeze muscles and get big and get the pump, which isn't exactly what we need at all times. So starting here with the push-ups right about now, I'm going from one knee again, pushing up. 1, 2, 3. Remember, spread those fingers out wide. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. The other ones I was kind of cheating you guys on. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And remember, guys, keep those arms shoulder width apart. Coming down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep those fingers spread out nice and far. 1, 2, 3. Pressing away from the ground, right? Just like the squat. All you're doing is pressing yourself away from the ground. Press up. 1, 2, 3. And last one here. And we are done. Good job, guys. Whew. Does not feel good on the knee, but good job, guys. Proud of y'all. Almost done. 2 more movements. Well, 2 more exercises. We're going to be moving a lot more than twice in both those movements. But 2 more, and then we are out of here. But also the tidbit and the quote. Don't forget about that. I totally forgot to do the quote yesterday. It was a really good one tonight, too. A really, really good one. So, oh, yeah. Alternating shoulder extensions. Remember, from here, you can do them faster, like I am, or you can do them nice and slow and hold them for just a second. Whatever you guys want to do. 'Tis up to you. All I care is that you keep the body moving, because movement is the medicine and movement is key. Even if you're bed rested, there have been really good studies to show that just not moving decreases the cognitive function as well as other very important bodily functions, because your body's meant to move, so make it move. Let it move. Let your body do what it wants to do. Don't deprive it. Sorry, I'm messing with my knee again. Don't deprive it of what it wants to do. A couple more seconds here, guys. 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job. There we go. Almost done. One more inchworm, and then we are out of here. Well, after the cool down and the tidbit of the day and the quote of the week, because I forgot to say it yesterday. So I'm going to make sure that I get it in today. All right, start with the inchworm in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So, hands on knees, walk the hands down, all the way out or as far as you can. Then walk the feet up just like an inchworm. Oh boy, hamstring stretch. Oh boy. Walk the legs back out. And then walk the hands back to the legs. We should be aiming to get at least 2, maybe 3, if you're doing them the right way, because this is supposed to be a longer exercise per single rep, because one rep takes about 20 seconds, so about 15, depending on how fast you're doing them, and the quality of when you're doing them, or the quality of the movement. All right, 15 more seconds, so we got one more left in us, just about. Back, bring the legs back out, and the hands now, and we are done. There we go. Good job, guys. Made it through the entire workout today. Give me a high five. Give me a high five, fourth. There we go. Good job, guys. Now, on to the cool down, the part where you don't have to work as hard in this workout today. Oof, excuse me. Too much water this morning. Oh, I don't have a cool down program. I forgot. Okay, so we're just going to start with the warm-up. 3 minutes here, same time as the cool down. First thing we're going to do is shake the arms out. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Just like this. Let the arms shake out. Shake them from the thumbs. Shake them from the wrists. And you can do even big old self hugs like this. Big old shake, 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 shakes. No, I sound freaking crazy just saying shake, 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 shake. But there is really good science behind shaking blood flow and increased blood flow, pretty much. Keep on shaking. And now we're going to go to shaking the legs. So fourth can relate, you're in England, step in a big puddle, foot's all wet, legs all wet. Now shake it out just like so. So all I got to do is shake. Shake from the legs. Shake from the legs, shake from the legs. Get all that water off you. I do apologize for this stream being a little more lackadaisical than usual. Just a little tired. Didn't have any caffeine this morning because I have a long day ahead of me. And caffeine, as soon as you wake up, it's not bad for you, but it's not, I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but as far as your adenosine, the chemical that basically makes you tired, it causes a delayed release. So the more you can have a natural reaction to adenosine, which doesn't really usually hit you for the first hour to 2 hours when you wake up. So I usually try to wait at least 2 hours to consume any caffeine. So just look up adenosine, A-D-O-S-I-N-E. I think that's too easy. A-D-E-O-S-I-N-E, something like that. It's basically the chemical that makes you tired, that caffeine blocks. It's an inhibitor to that. And if you do it as soon as you wake up, it basically will just allow for the adenosine. Oh, we're breathing now. I forgot. So in the nose, out of the mouth. And we are done. As always, you guys can keep breathing if you want. I'm never going to tell you to stop breathing. So keep on doing breathing through the nose, out of the mouth. Remember, we want a longer exhale so we can elicit more of a slower heart rate response, which is going to put us in a parasympathetic state. Because as I talked about yesterday, when you are breathing through your nose, or either through your nose or your mouth, preferably through your nose, but you're breathing through either. If you're inhaling longer than you exhale, then you're going to increase your heart rate. And if you're exhaling longer than you inhale, you're going to decrease your heart rate. That's just physiological as far as like pressure in the thoracic cavity with the lungs and the heart. That's just how it's going to happen. Longer exhales, you're going to lower your heart rate. More inhales, you're going to increase your heart rate. So just think about that as far as cooling down, trying to get the body cool, not warmed off, trying to get the body cooled down. So for the quote of the week, I found this one. I'm particularly proud of it because I really agree with it. It's kind of spot on. The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. And this kind of plays into what I was talking about yesterday as far as the gut microbiota and the bad stuff that you're eating and how detrimental it can be to your overall health when you're not really considering, you're not taking into consideration your gut and the how you feel internally about your gut. I know saying are you bloated is such a mundane thing, but are you chronically bloated? Do you constantly feel the feeling of non-satiation? So are you constantly hungry yet you constantly feel bloated? Like how do you understand how you feel throughout every day as far as like the pressure relation in your stomach? And I know this is just one thing, but just taking into consideration that, like how do certain foods make you feel? Like are you mindful of that feeling, of that perception of feeling, of whether food makes you feel good or bad? How good is your interoception of your gut? So keeping that in mind, now we're going to talk about fasting a little bit. So I'm not talking about doing crazy 24-hour fast or anything like that. I'm talking about doing 10 to 16-hour intermittent fasting. So what that means is last night I stopped eating I usually stop eating at about 10 o'clock. That's usually my cutoff point. And my first meal is usually around 10 to 12 o'clock. That's what I try to do for that day. So what that means is I'm in a fasting state from 10 p.m. to 10 or 12 a.m. And what that does, one, it helps with a little bit of insulin and blood sugar regulation. So it decreases your insulin because your body is no longer needing to break down sugars to convert into glucose because you don't have any sugars in your body because you're fasting. So your body relies more on ketones. Ketones is in the fat from the adipose or from the fat cells, and sometimes adipose tissue, other times just free, not free-based fat, but fat that is in your bloodstream already, because you're not using sugar and insulin anymore, so your body doesn't perceive the need to use glucose, so it starts relying more on fat. But another thing with intermittent fasting is time-restricted eating, and eating inside of a 12-hour window. And I try to do this to the best of my ability. So like I said, I'll start eating between 10 and noon in that time window, and then I'll stop eating around 10 and noon or 10 and midnight. So that I'm in a 12-hour window of eating, which not only benefits your body as far as digestion, because it gives you a chance to fully digest everything you ate from the night before. So you're not just loading up your stomach on and it's not like your stomach doesn't digest food. It does. It obviously does, but It allows it to be more efficient digesting food. So you have enzymes in your liver, your gut, and your kidneys, which release on a time clock. So as soon as you first eat something, as soon as there's the first insulin spike of your day, so blood sugar spike, because insulin, helps break down food and it causes the blood sugar spike. As soon as there's that first spike of insulin, is when these enzymes that are on a 12-hour time clock start to work, right? So say the first thing you eat in the day, a cup, depending on how insulin resistant you are, it could be even just a cup of black coffee will start those enzymes, and then those enzymes are inefficient. Now those enzymes are going to work for the next 24 hours, but they're most efficient in a 12-hour window. So keeping your eating inside of a 12-hour window and keeping all of the calories you consume in that 12-hour window usually is better for digestion. Not necessarily weight loss. There's not a lot of studies to prove that time-restricted eating helps with weight loss, but it does help with efficiency of breaking down the food, efficiency of those enzymes in your body. So that's one really good tidbit as far as nutrition as well. Where is it? Sorry, I have another document up here. My apologies, guys. I'm just blowing through all these documents. But also, because the insulin level drops, there's also an increase in HGH, which is human growth hormone, and this helps not just obviously with what do you think I'm going to say? Growth? Yeah, it helps with growth, but it also helps the cellular repair process and aids for better repair of the broken cells. So say if you worked out hard that day, doing some type of intermittent fasting, doesn't have to be time restricted eating, but is going to help with the recovery of those cells. I know that's a very drawn back macroscopic view of it. There's a lot more science that's involved in it, but it does help with the cell repair. And I'll go into sure. So okay, so when you fast for more than 12 hours, your body does something that's called autophagy, it's autophagy. There's a bunch of different ways to pronounce it, but it's basically the removal of senescent cells. So when you're fasting, your body is basically getting rid of all of the dead weight. It's getting rid of all of the cells that are not working to their full capacity, and we're kind of just hiding in the rough, so to speak, of the other good cells. Because when you're eating, your body doesn't have the time to patrol through its cells. Now, again, work with me here. This is like a metaphor, but your body doesn't have the time to patrol through the cells and pick out the ones that are dead. But when you're not eating, it has more time to allocate energy to that, and it allows your body to get rid of all of the senescent cells, which means basically dead, not working cells, through autophagy, which is the breakdown of senescent cells. So that's another really good reason why you should be fasting. Not every day. Now, it's also personal opinion. Like I fast almost every day. I feel better when I'm fasted. I feel as if I have more energy, which there's also some good science into that about how adrenaline and keeping a low level of adrenaline while your adrenaline levels are very low, but they still are active, so to speak. When you're fasting, it can help you with a calmer head. Once you get used to it, like as far as alertness and being a state of calm, but yet still alert. It can put you. It's known to put you in one of those states as well. And obviously, there's a lot more science behind this. So I just wanted to give you guys a rough overview of it. And if you guys would like to know more information, there's a lot of really good peer-reviewed studies out about the effects of intermittent fasting, especially the 12 to 16 hour, 10 to 16 hour windows. Those seem to be the most efficient. So again, if this is not for everyone, not everyone will be able to do a fast like that. But I also, I think it would be good for you to try. And I also look at it as evolutionary standpoint of we are not meant to constantly be satiated. We're not meant to constantly eat food and not have to I'm going to say hunt and gather, but not have to take time gaps between our eating, which doesn't allow our body to process everything and repair itself the way it should. So just looking at it from an evolutionary standpoint, we were not eating every couple hours back I was going to say back in the day, but back in evolutionary times when you look at it like that. So there's a bunch of different reasons. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but go look into the science about fasting, especially the response to insulin The insulin response and the blood sugar response is probably one of the most important things, especially now. I'm not talking anyone who's pre-diabetic or diabetic or anything like that. I'm talking to the general population here. So go check that out. I think that's a really interesting resource if you want to kind of put something in your back pocket. If you are trying to lose weight, fasting may be recommended as long as you don't. So say you fast for that 16 hours and then you consume more calories than you would have if you weren't fasting. At the end of the day, yes, all this stuff can help make the body healthier, make the body run smoother, so to speak, get all the bad cells out of there. But losing weight at the end of the day is going to come down to caloric restriction. And caloric restriction, which kind of does play into fasting because you're not eating during those 16 hours, but it has to be making sure you're not eating during those 16 hours and not eating more calories than you would have been if you were eating in that whole 16-hour time span when you weren't eating. So keep that in mind as well. This is not like a miracle cure fad to get you I'm going to lose massive amounts of weight. No, you need to do it in combination with caloric restriction and also dietary interventions. So making sure you're getting the good healthy foods, not the shit processed foods. Again, excuse my kosher. I was trying to be kosher, excuse my French, but there's sometimes where I just need to tell it how it is, and all that food is garbage for you. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you guys have any questions about that, again, if you want to reach out to me, ask me any questions about that. I'd be more than willing to talk to you about it. You can get on FaceTime or something because I like talking more than I like typing. I'll be 100% honest. But all right, that is all I got for you guys today. I gotta get ready. I have a bunch of stuff I have to do today. So I will catch all of you beautiful people. Hey, thank you very much, Fourth. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining in, and I hope to see you on Thursday next week. And if not, hopefully we'll do another Q&A roundtable. That was a lot of fun. I'll definitely keep you updated on that. Go follow us on Instagram if you don't already, my friend. Connected CHS. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great day, and I hope that you guys are going to be healthier and happier. Live healthy, live happy. That's what I meant to say. I'm signing off. Adam from CCHS. Take care, guys.